Luke Calais, how are we all doing today? My name is Notepad, and on and I write games for fun, so what are we doing today? Today we're going to attempt to finish Neurobeat. Really wish there could be a little bit more pumping excitement in that statement. However, I'm just incredibly fucking tired. Because I got about 4 hours of sleep last night. Did a bunch of stuff today, then proceeded to have an interview for an hour and about 40 minutes, which was a really nice interview. Chris Being, you should all check him out. And then I fell asleep for a few hours because I was very tired. Link interview. He's going to be editing a bunch of stuff. When it does come out, I will make sure to link it. He said it's going to be up probably next week. We talked games, we talked stuff. Little bit ambushed by some of his questions because it was just like, I really like all the stuff you do. I'm like, oh no. Oh goodness. People like my things. This isn't real. None of it's real. I'm not real. I'm the funny notepad man. Alright, so talked about police uniforms for a little bit too long, longer than I should have, because I thought it was interesting, because there's a lot of different types of uniforms out there, and I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Now we're doing gear. Gear is broken up into... Gear has standard gear, grenades, vehicles, and drones. Those are kind of like the main types of gear. I could have probably there's probably more out there that I'm just missing. But every single thing has a restriction of, hey, are you Neon Public Security 1, 2, 3, or do you need to be United Nations MP? Now, the idea here is, if you're trying to get something that is Public Security 1, if you're trying to get something that's Public Security 1, it's effectively free. You go up to a desk, you scout up to the you go up to the desk and you say, hey, I want a police drone. And a medium 1000mm drone with sirens, alarms, and automated messages and camera software. I want a police drone. And they're like, yes, alright, that's reasonable. You want to do some police work. And then they will give it to you. If you want something bigger, Public Security 2, it takes a half action. You gotta fill out some paperwork for it. And that's things like, hey, I want a, let's see, I want a Public Security Scrambler. I want to request a actual motorcycle. And it is a heavyset motorcycle with a case for water and lunch. Yeah, you can just get a vehicle if you want. You can't use it on the line, but you can definitely get it. You can then do, like, hey, I want, if you're Public Security 3, only reserved for detectives, kind of upper officials, you can get a thing of tear gas if you want. Little fucked up if you get some tear gas, but you can do that. It doesn't take too long to get that. And of course, if you're a UN MP, you can always get everything from the UN. That's a big thing. You can always get whatever you want from the UN. You just got to fill out a fuck ton of paperwork. It takes a full action to get stuff from them. However, the idea here is you send someone to the UN in Oxagon to pick up all your shit. Or, you pick up all your stuff where you need it. Like, you send one person who brings in a request for everything. And I thought, like, oh, okay, that's kind of fun. So you don't just like, oh, we're all putting in different requests. But you're like, no, you get one big request probably per investigation. Various guns, of course. Let me see. Let me check. I'm putting in a request. And the quartermaster. Everything is tracked and recorded in a bureaucratic shuffle. Expense reports months later. Yep. There we are. Let's see. If officers the right connection, they can reduce it down to nothing, allowing them to pick it up. Officer can reduce it down. To do most supplies must be picked up at a let's see, requisition office in a Neon Public Security quartermaster desk in one of the requisition office in Neon Public Security. Actually, in a Neon Public Security office in one of the city blocks. In one of the city blocks. Let's see, our police drones or expedited courier. Go. I think that's a little easier. I can do is position friction table. We then go here. Requisition as simple as possible. Can do actually. Why don't we boop boop? There we go. No. We do that. We then move you down here. We then move you down here. We then move you all the way down here. A little janky, but the row below. And we do that. Neon Public Security 1, 2, 3. And they don't, this is going to be, United Nations MPs. Yes, if you want to get an automatic weapon, you have to put it through the UN. Because they aren't going to fucking give you a gun. That means we need to insert low, which is going to be a restriction. A stunners are Neon Public Security 1. Technically anyone can request them, people usually don't. This is United Nation MPs, Neon Public Security 1. Very easy to get hold of. Shock rifles, United Nations MPs. Pop gun, Neon Public Security 2, that's gonna be 2. Neon Public Security 2. There we go. Give a better idea of what everything is. Yeah, sorry if I'm not being super pumped and exciting today. Yeah, it's just welcome to the and draw the fucking owl phase, by the way. Like, legitimately, that's all I need to do. I need to draw the metaphorical fucking owl. And that's just kind of the nature of the metaphorical beast here. I get... Can I afford any of this? What if we take you and do bum bum? What if we take the entire thing here and go bum bum? Bum bum. Bum bum. Technically we should do bum bum. Bum. Bring you down to 9 because we have to conform, keep things conformed and consistent because that's the nature of the beast. You're out. Technically you should be, well, you should be 9 as well. Fuck. Son of a bitch. Why don't we do that? Not great looking, but it works. There we go. This looks really shitty. This looks fucking terrible. I fit all of you in there anymore? No. I mean, firearms. If I do that, let's put anything. If I do that, if it's fine. Then we can do this. Then we can do this. Then we cannot fit you. We do this. Yeah, Bonnie serves a method to soak a bullet or prevent an officer from dying. Dying before help can arise. With a single bullet is all eaten. But that single bullet is often all that can be taken. Whenever an officer or other character, whenever an officer is wearing body armor, it will have an armor rating. Armor rating is the amount of damage you can take before it is rendered useless in protecting the wearer. However, heavier armor has an armor penalty, which is stacking penalty, dexterous actions, and initiative while wearing it. Wearing the bulkier but more protective armor. There we go. We put that. There we go. Delete, delete, delete. Cut, cut, cut. Ow. Ow. Ugh. Bones. Bones in the ocean. Okay. Neon Public Security 3. A sophisticated device. We want to find infrared. Actually, it would be the exact definition of I just want the NVD, low level of light, personal health monitor. Device strapped to the chest of a prisoner VIP. A reader. Let's see, quick access tool. Net burner. Recorder. Scrambling device. Actually, a warn. You out there? Yes, you are. However, this should be fine because we're going to unpin the header row. Yeah, we have plenty of space. All right. Delete table. Okay, time to get into medication. It's time for medication. Woo! I realized I was still on King of Dragon Pass. Self-medication. Let's see. Self-medication. Self-medication is the but for Neurobeat, it's an essential. It's an essential talent for field work. It was determined normally a Neurobeat officer requires an annual tune-up, an annual injection of Neuromab D from a UN office, from a UN certified medical facility, to keep their mind from fracturing, in upon itself. However, this reliance on medication has led to a culture of using, abusing, and being the lethal cocktails of Push forward. Push forward and push forward through extreme odds. Every officer has their medico case. 2 injections at 6 pills. Okay. As their medico case, which is specially designed for 2 injections and 6 pills. 6 pills of their choice. 6 pills of their choice from a collection. UN-sanctioned pharmaceuticals. Many officers do partake in the more extreme varieties of illegal and illegal substances to keep their minds sharp and body on point. Officers can freely inject or take a pill whenever they wish, and let's see, whenever they wish and not in immediate danger. Actually, I should say can freely inject or take a pill whenever Every officer has a favorite injection site, often the thigh or chest. Not in immediate danger. The effects take place immediately. Let's see. The effects take place immediately, allowing the officer to enjoy the benefits with minimal drawbacks. Drug abuse is let's see, drug abuse is never factored into the let's see, allowing the officer to enjoy the benefits with minimal drawbacks. There we go. Okay, so welcome to the wonderful world of doing medication. So injections are best. We like injections. Injections keep us going fast and keep us functional. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at all this pointless shit. There's also a bunch of lore. I also did kind of a map. It's not a very good map, but it does do its point. I literally put in a point where you just don't overdose. Yep, you just don't overdose. There's no such thing as ODing. There's no abuse. Well, you can abuse it. I'm following a line that I was actually learning from Ethical, actually. Ethical made a very good point, which he took it from Disco Elysium, where drugs have no downside. There is absolutely no problem with you taking a fuck ton of drugs. And in Disco Elysium, there is no downside to taking drugs. But there is one downside, is that you constantly need more of it. You always feel like you need to go back there, and get it. You always need a hit. And it's not the game saying, you're addicted, you need this. No, it's you, the player, saying, I need this. I need this. I must get more of this. You're never really you're never really going to be like, oh, you're going to overdose. No, why would you? There's no reason for you to overdose. That's not the point. The point is you are becoming so dependent on, hey, I've got the thing to heal me, or hey, I've got this thing, I feel really overconfident about it. Being like, yeah, that's the point. Good job. We've done it. Drugs are fun, kids. Here's also a bunch of my pointless lore that I wrote because I can do that. Let's do here's what we can do. Let's just think about what we can do. Well, we can do, let's do, scene chaos. We can do scene chaos, precognition die, flat rolls, oh, officer skills. Technically, what we can do is we can get really specific with things as well. Let's see, endurance, stability. Officer abilities, which is going to, I should put a note of, we're going to have the power, and this would be power and feedback. Rest and recovery. In the city. Woohoo. Investigation checks. Next, bloodshed, which is going to be damage. Initiative. Relationships. Do I already put rest and recovery? Yes, I do put rest and recovery. Psychorealism, we already kind of talked about powers and how powers work. Criminal Minds. Requisition services, not really a thing I need to worry about. Actually, no, armor. We can do armor penalty. Then we have all the various equipment. Okay. All right, so smooth. Take the edge off. Neuro accelerant. Reroll all precog die. Reroll all precog die. Let's see. Reroll all precog die and lose 1 endurance. Scene chaos. We want to do frenzy. Check the status quo. Increase the actually it would be increase the chaos of a scene by 2 steps. Add +2 to all checks. All checks and rolls. Zen. Let's see, smooth or accelerate. Let's do no more scene chaos. Scene chaos, scene chaos, scene chaos. Let's do a precognition die. We're going to reroll a precognition die. Dreams. Actually, MBARC. MBARC. Actually, add and hype. Go faster to die trying. let's see. Remove all precog die. This is somewhat legal. Let's see, what other things can we do with precog die? Remember, these are injections. These are, we stab it, we get a big bonus. Guten Morgen, how is it going? We're talking about abusing drugs. So I'm doing pretty alright. Let's think. What would be some other, we want to do anything else we can do with the precog die? Rerolling, adding more. Actually, no. Psycho Loco. Psycho Loco. Psycho Loco. Embrace the crazy. Increase all precog. Precog die by +3. This is very illegal, so you can't just start hyping this up. Actually, no, flat rolls. What do we want to do with flat rolls? Actually, we can do, to all, booster silver at +2 to all, I should say, to all checks. To all checks when there's no, and there is no chaos in the scene. Take a moment to think. What would be interpersonale? That would be don't think, just jacks. That's actually a good one. Actually, what we can do is we can add a neuromancer, actually. Now, the thing is, you might think this is like, You might think Neuromancer is really broken. Oh, my precog die, I have 8 sunk cross on my precog die or whatever. There's a problem with Neuromancer, is that your feedback is going to fuck you. Because your feedback needs to be really low. You want to have a low precog die whenever you're using your powers. Having really high that means your feedback's going to be really shit. So yeah, you can get Neuromancer. The problem is you're just going to blow your fucking skull out. Like it's not going to be very useful for you. Holy fuck, we'll even make it legal. We need one for, actually, what's a generic adder? Hydroxo, well, mental checks and -4 to all physical and social checks. This is legal, of course. Notice the physical one is illegal. The mental and social one's like, yeah, just start popping those. Psycho resonant beat. Let's see, is there any other flat checks that we can do? We've got booster silvers, we've got jacks, we're in so okay, we're doing pretty good there. Actually, there we go. Okay, so let's see. We are then going to our officer skills. Do we really need to do anything? We've got so many big ones up here. We can maybe save those for pills. Endurance. Lazarium. Increase. Nothing is more intoxicating than being close to death. Yes. Hey, when in doubt, just take a fuck ton of drugs. Mm. 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 You know, fuck, what's its Narcan? Yeah, it's Narcan. Narcan, we'll do Narcan. Mm. 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 Okay, so endurance. Actually, if we're dealing with stability, what we do, Lazarium, Lazarus Whip. Mm. 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 Stabilizine. Mm. 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 Check the Inland Emperor, increase stability by 3. Mm. 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 Effectively, whatever is priority. Whatever comes first. You stab yourself with Neuromancer. If you stab yourself, if you stab yourself with Neuromancer, it's assumed that you have rolled all, like, let's say we're at basic D8s. It's assumed you've rolled all D8s. If you stab yourself with blockers, it's like everything just goes down to 1. However, if you stab yourself with blockers first and then stab yourself with Neuromancer, everything's going to be back up at 8. To give you an idea of what that would be like is, picture you are higher than a fucking kite. You are seeing the stars, and then someone stabs you and brings you back down to hyper reality, where you are so in tune with your physical surroundings that it's a little freaky. Now imagine the opposite of that happening. You're fine, you are vibing. You do not give a shit about what's going on, and then someone stabs you in the back with, Neuromancer, and it's like, oh, I can see God. I understand now. I see God. I understand I understand my current state, and I think that I could probably let's see. Do officer ability feedback actually Mm. 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 Reminds me to do that. Mm. 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 Access the wellspring of the soul. Reroll all precog die as if. Had rested. Let's see. Reroll all precog die as if the officer had rested. I think I already put that in here, actually. Yeah, no, that's neuroaccelerant. Actually, reroll all. Add +2. There we go. Access the well of the soul. Wellspring of the soul. We want to do investigation checks. Add an additional investigation check during a investigation scene. Technically, this is legal. Well, yeah. What? The thing is, why wouldn't it these be? I see God. I want to fist fight. All precog dies roll as if barely. All precog die rolled as if they barely below head popping, like a single point. To give you an idea, if your stability is unstable, you are on the verge of having a complete psychic meltdown. You roll d20s for all your precog die. That's the big thing. Anytime you see stability loss, that's your head getting ready to pop. Neuromancer doesn't pop your head. Why would it? That would be a really shitty drug if your head exploded when using it. You just roll them all better. You focus better. Actually, that reminds me, what I should add is, Mathematician's dream of spreadsheets. How is that? How are some of these legal? Because who the fuck cares? These, you can only get 2 of these injections. That's kind of the big thing. It's like, hey, let's see, endurance and stability. We already kind of did that. Actually, feel the blood inside you pump. Rah! Actually, no, yeah. Feeling this from... Mm. 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 Actually, give me. I know what to call that. Ah, yes, on hero. When in doubt, take on hero, and your head you just start fucking bleeding internally. Mm. Mm. Let's see. I feel like I'm missing something. Mm. Actually, do. Because we're going to be dealing with so many of these, we can probably reduce this down to 7. We could probably. It's not perfect, but. So, we take this and we then do. Pills. Now there's some which. Let me see. Mm. 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 Scene chaos we want to do. Mm. 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 Let's see. We want to do precognition 9. These are pills. You can have a lot more pills on you at any time. That's why the effects are going to be a lot lower. Actually, but you can pop. It's one of those things like you could pop like 3 pills and just be like, yeah. Actually. Actually, Mm. 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 Antidepressants for psychics. Mm. Mm. Depressants for psychics. Increase precog die results by 2. Proclude, preclude. See, the thing is, if you're in a desperate strait, you're like, I really want to use a psychic power, just pop some Proclude and just be like, hey, feedback won't kill me now. You know, your power's gonna suck, but you don't need to worry about it. Or pop some Preclude and increase your, and become more powerful. But increase all precog die results by +2. I should say. That, oh, good old God, I did not mean to do that. Whoopsie doopsie, legal. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see, flat rolls. Actually, what we can call this is actually, God, what we instant bulking, increase. This is not steroids, it's stare-in. Thank you very much. Take some stare-in, man. Think clearly. You know, you're doing fine. What would be a good social drug? Like, what would be something you'd be like, I can deal with people again? I guess it would be like an anti-anxiety. Actually, let me see. Do we have any anti-anxiety? Anti-anxiety medication. General anxiety disorder treatment. SSRIs. Making people fun to speak to. Increase social checks by +2. See, there's one I'm going to add here, just so I don't. I'm gonna add one here, just so I don't forget it. There we go. When in doubt, turn it all off. Suppress being able to listen to the chorus or Trojan horse for a full time block. For a full action. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it's effectively saying, hey, I am going to turn off my ability to psychically listen to people for just a little bit. Just take some Lotus. It doesn't do anything else. You just lose stability doing it, but you just say, hey, I can't do anything. I am being able to, listen to the chorus, and you cannot Trojan horse people. That's the one downside. What would be some other good just medication? Let's see. Fucking skills. I don't think any of the skills really apply here. Actually, actually, let's see. Standard. Let's see. Increase endurance by +1 for every full action for 2 full actions. So effectively, you're getting +2 endurance over effectively 12 hours. Or harmonizers. Fancy term for Neurobeat psychic depressants. These are very legal. Let's see. So actually, what would be a good? Actually, tastes like dirt and costs 40 credits a bottle. It's 40 bucks a bottle, effectively. That's the best way to think about it. I love it. I love when the UN subsidizes my opium addiction effectively. You see, you're thinking correctly now. You're thinking Neurobeat. It's not. They're not subsidizing your. They're not subsidizing it. They're just heavily encouraging you to keep taking these drugs because you do your job better when you do. Power officer. Vitamins. Fucking losing my mind. Vitamins in a. Let me double check what fentanyl. Exactly. Fentanyl. Tell me more about fentanyl. Mm. Government mandated addiction. Take your meds, man, sir. I swear when I retire, I'm getting clean. Pops another entire bottle of painkillers. The joke there is, you won't retire. Unless, yeah, there's actually a lower question. Can a cop on Neurobeat retire? Or has not enough time and force passed to allow one to have such a chance to? You can retire. That's the thing. You can retire. The thing is, though, retiring is kind of a weird thing, and I kind of mentioned it a little bit, is that every year you need a new injection of Neuromab D. If you don't get that, your mind begins to fracture. In game terms, in kind of more in world terms, the idea would be if you aren't taking this regular dose of this pretty much the psychic drug, you start going completely insane. You start going completely Bananarama, like, unhinged. A vast majority of the third generation psychics that are still around are incredibly medicated because of it. They are in facilities specifically designed to keep them as suppressed as physically possible, because they're jacked up psychopaths. Effectively, the idea is if you retire, it is a daily experience for you to take things like, it is a daily experience to take neuroharmonizers. Like, that is an everyday you take half of the bottle kind of thing. Every day you gotta inject something to calm get your head on straight. Every single day, every single moment, you are on a cocktail of medication to make sure you can function still. You can retire, but most of the time you're going to retire in the UN because the UN is the only one who has the right to use Neuromab. And if you ever need a Neuromab injection, you go to the UN. So it's kind of like this weird thing being like, you can retire. You can always retire. But yeah, if I take half a bottle each day, yeah, you can retire, but retirement is you're retiring inside of Neurobeat itself. You kind of are you're stuck in there a little bit again, and so you always have the right to leave, but leaving's a lot harder. It's an addiction. And that's the idea. It's, you retire like someone in the mob retires. Effectively, it's an addiction, and it's a little bit, you can kind of say like, hey, the fact that you have psychic powers is by itself an addiction. You want to continue using your awesome psychic powers that let you do things like force people to, which allow you to control people, which allow you to perform amazing supernatural feats, which allow you to do amazing things. How does someone in the mob retire? They don't. That's the joke. You don't. Or you get the 9mm retirement plan. We've got Mm. 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 We already got extended release. We already got all that. Initiative. Actually, Mm. 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 Let's see. They take a nap with aquatic animals. Fade out on that note. How do I want to do this? Mm. 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 Okay, so we're going to add in. Mm. 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 Actually, um, mm. 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 Oh, actually, we'll just do decrease it by two. Actually, we'll do Disco Elysium drugs. Take me all the drugs. Nicotine. Actually, everyone's got a favorite brand. Mm. 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 Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Vitamins. Let me think. Let me think. What other horrible things can we drink, snort? Legal? Nothing's illegal about it. It's just not good for you. Oh, that's I mean, if we do Deus Ex drugs. Deus Ex drugs. Tell me more about drugs. Neurophazine. Neon. Actually. What we can do is we can do Neurophazine, no pause, used by the mechanic. Neurophazine. 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 When in doubt, add neurophazine. Razine Zy Moodix. What would be some good stuff to smoke, snort, or drink? When in doubt, let's just go to Shadowrun drugs. Cyberpunk drugs. Let's see what Cyberpunk has to use. In this god-awful bright blue, Shadowrun, tell me more about drugs. I want to learn more about drugs. Alpha meth. Crash. We don't need that. Let's see. Popular among students. Or okay. MEZ. Oh, we put it somewhere. ME. Let's see. Reference to something. Fun fact: this is a maybe not calling it MEZ would be actually emergency. What does that mean? What happens when I vent karma out of my system? Nothing. Nothing happens when you vent your karma. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so we've added a lot of drugs. You can just take a lot of fucking drugs now. Good job, team. We have added the ability to do a load of fucking drugs. Unpin that row. Cool. Alright. So what we get to do now is we get to go all the way up. I hit the update button and we go cognitive assistant. Okay. Give me that one requisite services. Oop. God bless, we can ride the lightning. Alright, so, actually, you know what I can do? We can do this as support services, because it's still going to be a requisition. Similar, I can click all the right buttons, because I'm hitting all the wrong ones. Similar to, requisitioning supply, requisitioning supplies, a Neurobeat. A Neurobeat officer can call in. Actually approved by the acting commission and must be approved by the active manager so let me here to ba-da-da-da. Let's see. Want to do. So, patrol officers. Requesting patrol officers. Has them arrive almost immediately due to the ubiquitous has them almost immediately in any area except the red and black zone of the except the red and black zone of the line. Black zone. Or being pre-approved by division leaders. It takes setting up the squad takes a half action. Setting up the squad takes a half action and will deploy soon after. And will deploy soon after from the nearest city block. After being deployed, let's see, Murphys come in squads of 4. Comes in squads of 4. And are practiced in breach and clear, and extermination operations. Squad of 4. And are practiced in breach and clear and extermination operations. They are all considered cybernetic and wear let's see, what's the exact, it would be level N. They wear type D. They're all considered and wear type D body armor. UN Peacekeeping Squad, a peacekeeping unit, a full blue helmet. A full blue helmet unit is called with proper authorization. With proper authorization from the city block official or line representative, or line, let's see, from a, I should say, from a city block official, from a blue helmet, a full blue helmet, blue helmet squad, unit, 12 soldiers, wrong, is called with proper authorization from a city block official. It takes a full action to get the and authorized to move throughout Neom. Without proper authorization, without the proper paperwork, and go ahead from UN up when the UN director, they can deploy anywhere on the deploy anywhere in Neom for a half action. Each is armed with each is standee system with a standee system. Let me double check to make sure that's what they're fucking called, because they're called something. I called them something silly. Yeah, standee. Each is called standee system. Each is equipped with a standee system and and automatic rifles. Military police unit. Can be called from any of the city blocks. To deploy to quell serious threats. And assist in rescue operations They're requesting in a city block takes a half action, while anywhere on the line takes a full action. If deploying to the red or black zone, it takes an additional half action to each has a standee system and patrol officers are going to be your main guys. However, sometimes you don't want to call in the patrol officers because they're just regular dudes. They might not even have real body armor. Murphy squads are fucking horrifying, and I want them to be that way. It's like, yes, you call in a Murphy squad, they are unkillable death monsters. However, it takes for fucking ever for them to get anywhere, unless they're in a city unit, unless they're in a city block. I could probably call them like emergency. I could probably add in things like emergency services, but I don't really feel like that's super to the point of this system. do that. Let's do... Yeah, because the what I love more than any game is bureaucracy. I love bureaucracy. It's great. Let's see. Okay, we have successfully simulated the bureaucracy of calling in assistance. Hello, Nicarome. Hello, Nicarome. Thank you for following. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, so don't expect to be like super like, oh my goodness, he's gonna be so entertaining. I am like dying internally, but I'm ready to go. We're gaming. TM. We're actually right at the end of this thing. Cognitive development therapy. Cognito development therapy. Cognito development therapy. Cognito development theory. Thick therapy, not theory. God, I'm forgetting things as I type them. Oh God, I'm getting old. This is what happens when you get old, everyone. Cognito. Constantly evolving branch of the United Nations security forces and other United Nations security forces, and with every officer in their ranks going through an odyssey of change through their tenure. While many meet a 9mm meet a early retirement. While many find themselves in early retirement due to injury or being shuffled into an office position. Many more own their a fine point. I wrote down what I want. Dun dun dun. There we go. Always pays. Always pays to be a little bit cautious. So, I should say skill improvement. Skill improvement. Skills. When a Neurobeat officer completes a... Actually, I should say when a Neurobeat officer completes a case successfully. Let's see. Completes any case successfully. They will have the opportunity to develop one of their skills by increasing the die size up by one step. By increasing the die size by 1 step. Mm. Normally this is done in the downtime between calls at the UN bureau in Oxagon, but many times, let's see, between calls at the UN bureau in Oxagon, but some skills simply require time and dedication to learn and enhance their value. Mm. 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 I choose to believe the Oxagon is the sequel to the Pentagon. Similar to skills, a Neurobeat officer can instead choose to focus on the on developing a relationship with one of their contacts. Instead, choose to focus on develop one of their contacts. This can be any of the relationships that they have developed, they have created. This can be any of the relationships they have created up to a D8 with them, unless the Inland Emperor has allows the use of a Trojan horse on one of them. Relationships developed this way reflects. Could be simply a thank you card. Going out for drinks, or doing some side work, to help them out. It's just little things. That's all it is. You're just taking time. This is not a very complicated section because you're not. You're not really supposed to do too many extreme things. Every Neurobeat officer serves a one year term in Neon before transferring out to another location. Every Neurobeat, every officer goes through the same motions in any location they are deployed in, so they do not develop close ties or psychic links to too many people. The usual procedure takes 2 weeks. Takes 2 weeks of decompiling of reports, paperwork, and double checking any finances to Double check any finances before being shipped out, before being flown out of Tabuk Airport. Airport to their next designation. If the Neurobeat squad works well together, they may be in the same locale again. But it's entirely up to the accountants, up to the yeah. What would be a UN office location? UN Secretariat in Geneva, in Vienna. Accountants in Vienna, but it's entirely into the accountants in actually the Brussels and Vienna. Early transfer can be approved for severe injury or, let's see, early transfers can be approved for severe there we go. That's it. That's the entirety of cognitive development therapy. You complete a case successfully, you develop one skill by one die. By increasing the die size up by one step. This is just done during downtime. You develop a relationship up to a D8, and you can transfer out. That's it. Becoming a UN glower requires a year in Saudi Arabia. See, the thing is, it's not even necessarily that. It's just like everyone serves a year. Actually, I can probably rewrite that. Serves a 1-year term in Neon. Actually, in a deployment zone for transferring out to another location. Every officer goes through the same motions in any location they are deployed in, so they do not develop close ties or psychic links to too many people. The usual procedure takes 2 weeks of reports, and double-checking any finance before being flown out of Tabuk Airport of their next or sent home for a 2-month off time. If the Neurobeat squad works well together, they may have the same locale again, but it's entirely up to the accountants in Brussels and Vienna. Yep, early transfer can be approved, though this does require that they or their power of attorney fills out the paperwork. That's all it is. That's how you end it up. This very psychic resonance, very like, oh wow, we're doing all these drugs, we're doing all these crazy things, and it's just like, yep, that's it. What I'm going to do though is we're going to find city block, replace it with city block. Just little things. Sure to capitalize all the city blocks. Even though it's not a real word, it's a real world. It's a real word to me. Okay, outside of just adding assets, then that's not adding assets is not like a time-consuming task. It's not difficult. It just takes time. Mm. 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 Let's see, can we get anything? Can we do play this bit? Outside just doing some like really basic just fixie-uppies, like double checking some things, that's really all I have to do at this point, and just be like, yep, is this it? Yep, is this it? Yep, is this it? Yep, is this it? Yeah, that's literally all it's going to be, and it's just like, alright, let's just do 8 bajillion little things. Neurobeat is done. Good job. Indirectly. So the owl is drawn now. Yes, we have drawn the owl. Now I just have, like, legitimately speaking, when I say, like, oh, I just need to add assets, I do legitimately just need to click the magic machine button, like, a dozen times and get what I want. This game turned out to be 82 pages, by the way. And to give you a word count, this is almost 30,000 words. This is an incredibly wordy game. Yeah, this turned out to be a lot wordier than I originally thought it was going to be. But yes, it's 82 fucking pages. I think, like, it really came down to the first 30 pages. Like, all of this is just, like, weird, obtuse lore. Like, that's really all it is just obtuse lore that I'm like, I need to kind of talk about this because I want to talk about this, but I kind of want to talk about that. I'm like, I should add this, I should add that, I should add this. And I'm like, oh god, there's a lot here. And they just, like, kept building on each other, and they kept building and building, and there became more lore. And then that's like, how do you explain these? Like, oh, gotta add more. Oh, gotta add more. Oh, gotta add more. Oh, gotta add more. Just a lot of stuff to add at the end of the day. And that's that, I think. Let's see, what else do I need to work on? It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm not tired right now. That's the problem. I'm not tired because I slept half the day. So, oh god. Probably I'm gonna relax a bit. Stretch my back, break my spine, and then start working on the next thing. Because what I need to do now, mind you, is I need to effectively redux the entirety of Project Tactics, which is a 90-page game, by the way. I need to redux the entirety of this game. It's because all the way down to 104 pages. Ignore. Yeah, it's a little bit of a larger game. I need to effectively entirely redo before I can PDF it, which I've been... I have decided that I'm probably get paralyzed. I'm probably going to have to PDF another game just to placate the patrons. I don't know which one I want to do. There's a few ideas of what to do, but none of them are perfect, and it kind of is like, there's going to be a lot of hemming and hawing on that one as well, but that's kind of the nature of the beast, I guess. So, thank you all for watching. My name is Notepad Anon. I hope you had a fun time. Godspeed, good luck. I will see you all tomorrow, in which we'll be playing more King of Dragon Pass, most likely. And yeah, that's that. I'm gonna make myself dinner now, probably. It's very late though, so I might not make myself dinner and just eat something in my fridge. Yeah.